here today to celebrate the two of them as they begin the adventure called marriage. For those of you who don't know, I am Emily, a friend to both Jen and Chris, and today I get to have the distinguished honor to be standing here on stage at the Southern Theater, the two of them. Can I just say, this is amazing. I want to take a moment to acknowledge that each of you have been invited here today by Jen and Chris to celebrate, to share their love, and to party. So do not let them down. After all, today is about them. It is about them as a couple. And today, we get to not only witness their commitment, but we get to be a part of their forever. As we all know, Jen and Chris are incredible people. They have their own distinct personalities, their own habits, their own successes, and their own goals. Together, they are astounding. They illuminate one another. They travel together a lot, mostly to Vegas. They indulge in each other's guilty pleasures. For Jen, it is shoes, typically the most expensive shoes. And for Chris, it is sports, any and every sport. They also balance each other. For Chris, Jen is exciting. She is energetic and supportive. She frequently reminds him that he is funny, but not that funny. and smart, but not that smart. Regardless of the mood Chris is in, Jen puts him in a better one. For Jen, Chris is kind. He is dedicated, and he is loving. After all, Chris does think it is kind of cute when Jen is being a bit moody. He has taught her that she can be dramatic, she can be goofy, and that while she is quite the independent woman, it is okay for her to be a little dependent on him. Together, they are an ideal couple. They are the perfect complement to one another. Relationships of any kind take work. They take time. They take compromise. And today we get to commend Jen and Chris on the dedication, the time, and the compromise the two of them have put forth. From the get-go, Jen and Chris endured the difficulty of distance. They managed living in different cities for 2.5 years. And during this time, their relationship continued to flourish. It wasn't always easy, but they both were committed to making this work. Jen and Chris, you've shown dedication, you've shown motivation, and an investment in your relationship. It wasn't something that just one of you did. It was something that both of you did. You two made this work. You believed in this relationship. You believed in each other. And so as time goes on, it is important to remember that life will be bumpy. It won't always be easy, but don't forget, you have each other. You're on the same team. All of your happiness, your sadness, your success, and your shortcomings, they are yours together as a couple. After today, you will be husband and wife, and today will go fast. So I ask the two of you to look at one another. Take a moment, be here, enjoy this moment. Think about how you got here, and think about all you have to look forward to. And now, look at the crowd. Look at all these people. People who are here to support your marriage. You're surrounded by love. Love that will surround you forever. And at this time, I ask all of those who support this marriage to please say, I do.
I do.
At this time, it is my pleasure to invite Chris's uncle, Alan Hodson, up to share in a reading. Alan Johnson.
Well, good evening, everyone.
And in honor of Chris and Jen, I'm Uncle Al, and I'd like to read a poem that they've asked me to recite for them. To Love is Not to Possess by James Kavanaugh. To love is not to possess, to own or imprison, nor to lose oneself in another. Love is to join and separate, to walk alone and together, to find a laughing freedom that lonely isolation does not permit. It is finally not to be able to be who we really are, no longer clinging in childish dependency, nor docilely living separate lives in silence. It is to be perfectly oneself, and perfectly joined in permanent commitment to another and to one's inner self. Love only endures when it moves